Welcome all of you. In this video lecture, we will going to understand about the Hershey and Chase experiment. Alfred Hershey and Martha Chase in 1952 carried out some experiments with the viruses that infect bacteria. These viruses are called bacteriophages. The proof for DNA as a genetic material came from the experiment. The genetic material of bacteriophage enters the bacterial cells after the bacteriophage gets attached to the bacteria. The bacterial cells treat the genetic material of the virus like its own genetic material and then produces more virus particles. Hershey and Chase experimented to find out whether it was protein or DNA from the virus that had entered into the bacteria. Look at the experiment. The left portion is showing the experiment to determine protein as a genetic material, and while the right part is the experiment showing DNA as the genetic material. From this experiment, we conclude that protein is not the genetic material. How we will conclude that protein is not the genetic material? Let us look the experiment step by step. Out of the two, one medium contained radioactive phosphorus and the other medium contained radioactive sulfur. Okay, Hershey and Chase took two mediums, one containing radioactive phosphorus while the other medium containing radioactive sulfur. Viruses, that is the bacteriophages, were grown on each medium. So what will happen? The virus which is grown in that radioactive phosphorus is identified by the radioactive phosphorus containing DNA, or in other words, we can say that the DNA of the phage gets DNA radio labeled, while the phage or the bacteriophage which is grown in the protein or radioactive sulfur medium have developed protein codes which are radioactive, or they can be identified by the protein codes radio labeled. So the virus grown in the presence of radioactive phosphorus, that is P32, contained radioactive DNA but not radioactive protein. This is because DNA contains phosphorus, not proteins. In the same way, the virus is grown in the medium containing radioactive sulfur, that is as 35, now contained radioactive protein, not radioactive DNA. This is because DNA does not contain sulfur. These radioactive viruses were then allowed to attach to bacteria. They have taken E. coli. As the process of infection with the virus continued, the bacteria were agitated in a blender and the viral coats of the bacteria were removed. See, after infection, they were blended so that the virus coats were removed. When they were spinned in a centrifuge, the virus particles were separated from the bacteria. As usual, viruses are very lighter in weight as compared to bacteria. They observed that the bacteria that were infected with the virus containing radioactive DNA were radioactive, whereas the bacteria that were infected with radioactive proteins were not radioactive. See, in the first experiment, they observed that the bacteria were not radioactive, while in the second experiment, they concluded that bacteria were radioactive. What actually has happened? See, when they centrifuged the composition, then they get separated into two parts. Okay, virus being lighter float as supernatant, while the bacteria being heavier settles down as pellet. So we know that in the pellet, what is present? Bacteria is present, and there is no radioactivity in the pellet. So in the first set of experiment, it is concluded that protein is not the genetic material because the protein, radioactive protein codes are not incorporated into the bacteria. While in the second set of experiment, the pellet is found to be radioactive. And what is pellet? Pellet are the settled down bacteria. Okay, so radioactivity is observed in the pellet. It means that the radioactive DNA has get transferred into the bacteria. Thus, the genetic material that is passed from virus to bacteria is DNA. I hope you have understood the experiment, and let us also talk about the properties of genetic material. From the experiments, scientists also are able to propose the properties of genetic material. From the Hershey and Chase experiment, the fact was established that DNA acts as a genetic material, but later studies revealed that in some viruses, that is tobacco mosaic virus, etc., RNA is the genetic material. So what should be the criteria that a molecule is considered or declared as a genetic material? See, you have to keep in mind 4 important characteristics for a substance to be declared as genetic material. The first one is it should be able to replicate. Second, it should be chemically and structurally stable. Third, it should provide the scope for slow change. And fourth, it should be able to express itself in the form of Mendelian characters. According to these criteria, both DNA and RNA have the ability to direct their duplications because of the rule of base pairing and complementarity. Both the nucleic acids, that is DNA and RNA, have the ability to direct their duplications, whereas other molecules in the living system fail to duplicate. So, RNA is also genetic material for some organisms. I hope you have understood something about the concept of Hershey and Chase experiment. Thank you very much for listening.